Alright, let's dive into this, but I want to start with something that really hit me when I first heard the news. Mary Rivera, the actress who played Ned Leeds' grandmother in Spider-Man: No Way Home, has passed away at 82. Now, I know what you're thinking, another celebrity obituary. But what makes this really interesting is the story behind her role and what it represents. It's not just about her passing, it's about the impact of her brief, but powerful appearance in one of the biggest movies of recent years. Personally, I think what stands out most is how Mary's role became a symbol of representation. Here's a Filipino grandmother, speaking in Tagalog, in a Marvel blockbuster. That's huge. When I first saw that scene, I remember thinking, wow, this is so authentic. It wasn't just a token inclusion, it felt genuine. And that's because Mary wasn't just an actress, she was a real-life grandmother, a teacher, a radio broadcaster, and someone deeply connected to her Filipino roots. Her daughter, Angie, mentioned how Mary's audition was essentially her sharing her life story. That's what made it so compelling. It wasn't just acting, it was her truth. What many people don't realize is how rare this kind of representation is in Hollywood. I mean, when was the last time you heard Tagalog spoken in a major superhero movie? It's not just about the language, it's about the culture. Mary's character brought a slice of Filipino life into a global phenomenon. And that's something her family was incredibly proud of. Angie said it best, to us, she's just my mom. But to the rest of the world, she's Ned's Lola. That duality is so powerful. It shows how one small role can mean so much to so many. Now, let's talk about the circumstances of her passing. Mary suffered a major stroke and was in a coma before her family made the heartbreaking decision to remove her from life support. This is one of those moments that reminds us of the fragility of life. Here's someone who had just achieved one of her proudest accomplishments, and then, suddenly, it's all taken away. It's a stark reminder to cherish every moment, every achievement, no matter how big or small. From my perspective, Mary's story also highlights the unpredictability of life and the importance of seizing opportunities. She wasn't a seasoned actress, she was encouraged by her family to audition for the role. And look what happened, she ended up in a Marvel movie, representing her culture on a global stage. If you take a step back and think about it, that's incredibly inspiring. It's a testament to the idea that it's never too late to try something new, to step out of your comfort zone. One thing that immediately stands out is how Mary's role in Spider-Man: No Way Home wasn't just a cameo, it was a cultural moment. Her scene with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, where she speaks in Tagalog and Ned translates, is so memorable because it's so real. It's not forced, it's not there just to check a diversity box. It feels organic, and that's because Mary brought her authentic self to the role. What this really suggests is that Hollywood needs more of this, more authentic representation, more stories that reflect the diversity of our world. This raises a deeper question: why don't we see more of these moments in mainstream media? Mary's role was groundbreaking, but it shouldn't be an exception. It should be the norm. I think her legacy will be a reminder to filmmakers and audiences alike that representation matters, and when it's done right, it can leave a lasting impact. A detail I find fascinating is how Mary's family played such a big role in her journey. Her daughter Angie saw the casting call and encouraged her to audition. That's such a beautiful example of how family can push us to achieve things we might never have considered. It's also a reminder that sometimes, the people closest to us see our potential even when we don't. As we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this thought: Mary Rivera's story is a reminder that life is unpredictable, but it's also full of opportunities. Whether it's auditioning for a role in a Marvel movie, or simply trying something new, every moment counts. Her legacy isn't just about her role in Spider-Man: No Way Home, it's about the pride she brought to her culture, the joy she gave to her family, and the inspiration she leaves behind. So, here's to Mary, a grandmother, a teacher, a broadcaster, and a cultural icon. Rest in peace,